There's been a huge surge of high schoolers using e-cigarettes or vaping. E-cigarettes, though, carry a number of health risks.
This is another teen trend. Parents and school administrators across the country are on high alert. Teenagers are using a vaping device with super high doses of nicotine.
Well, here's another area where Juul gets a lot of criticism. The pods that users plug into the device with the nicotine liquid come in flavors like mango and berry. Now, the company says adults who switch tell them that they like flavors, but anti-tobacco advocates say flavors appeal
has
to kids,
skyrocketed. And our Nohelani Graf is looking over these findings for us right now. Good morning.
You saw the variety the vape shops offer. Some of them sound like ice cream flavors.
It released significant amounts of toxic metals in its vapors, which users inhale.
Wildly popular with kids. That wasn't news to local school administrators.
And what you do is you take the little pod, take the cap off the end, you plug this in, okay, it glows for a minute, and then they literally inhale here.
I feel like it's been like part 4. I was on the bus this morning and I looked over and my sister was doing this to me. It was freaking creepy.
So are you gonna be like? I don't really know what caused me to vape, but like seeing pictures on Instagram, like Snapchat, my friends doing it, kind of just got me into it. And I was at a birthday party with my friend, and she asked me to try it, and I did, and I liked it, so I started doing it. I vape on the daily, a lot, and yes, it's a regular occurrence.
The person that caused me to vape for the first time was a group of friends. I vape mostly every day.
Around 2 years ago was when I started vaping. Stress caused me to vape for the first time because school really stresses me out. I Juul every single day.
I vaped for the first time in 8th grade. I vape every once in a while.
My name is Claire Thomas and I teach Health and Phys Ed here at the Seneca Valley Intermediate High School. I am certified in Health and Phys Ed, K to 12, so kindergarten through 12th grade. And I'm also certified in elementary education, kindergarten through 6th grade. And I taught 5th grade math and science at Evans City for 4 years. I think what is appealing to young people about the vapes and Juuls would be the different flavors, the different smoke tricks that individuals can perform with the smoke that they exhale. Probably the nicotine buzz that they receive, at least initially. I have talked to adults who vape and Juul, and they said that they used to get the buzz. Now they don't really so much anymore. But I think that is another part of the appeal, the actual effect of the drug. And that's why it's addictive, because that nicotine is going to just keep people coming back for more.
I enjoy vaping. It's fun to me. I like the feeling. Well, the cool tricks you can do is really appealing, like ghosting and like French inhale and stuff like that. What else? Just the feeling you get when you do it. It's kind of cool. Regular mint, regular actual Juul pods are like the mint flavor, and I like mango. But when I buy like the essential oil vape, I like the lavender, the peppermint ones.
I'm appealed to vaping because it helps with anxiety and depression. My favorite vape flavors are mint and cucumber.
Stuff that's like appealing about it is, I don't know why, but I like looking at the smoke effect that comes out of it, and it makes me kind of like forget about what's like going on at the time. When I Juul, my favorite's mint, and when I vape, my favorite is brain freeze.
The appealing part about vaping is that it calms me down. I like mango when I vape.
So my name is Brian Servianki. I'm a physician and a pediatrician in the community in Cranberry. So I am certified in pediatric medicine. The reason I feel that a lot of teenagers and people in general, not just teenagers, but adults are interested in in vaping and e-cigarettes is they feel it might be a cleaner and healthier alternative to smoking cigarettes. So vaping, well, doesn't smell as bad as a cigarette. That helps. You can flavor it whatever you want. It can smell like nothing. It still has the same benefits, you could say, as nicotine would. And vaping does give you those benefits, but with the perceived thought that, well, maybe it is healthier than smoking a regular cigarette. It certainly doesn't smell as bad, and it seems more appealing. That's what I've been hearing from the adolescents that I work with. So it's kind of the perceived notion that it is a healthier alternative. That's a debatable question, but I think that's why people are getting more and more into the vaping.
I do know that I'm inhaling chemicals and toxins.
Yes, I do think about what I'm inhaling when I Juul and stuff, but it doesn't really bother me.
When I vape, I feel like I am inhaling bad stuff, but I don't exactly know what it is.
Chemicals. Chemicals. But I do buy essential oil juice sometimes, which is healthy for your body.
So the long-term effects of vaping and juuling are unknown. It is such a new fad and trend. It's impossible to know what the long-term effects are because people haven't been using them for 5-10 years. It's a very new thing. So it's really hard to say what those long-term effects are. I would imagine that they're going to be similar to the effects of cigarettes. But again, nobody has the answer to that because only time will tell.
So the health risks of vaping, juuling, e-cigarettes is an emerging field. We don't know everything about it because it's new. Broadly speaking, e-cigarettes, juuling, vaping, they're just different delivery devices of getting nicotine as well as other things into your body through your lungs. Now, in addition to the nicotine that's in vaping, juuling, etc., there are other things out there that can cause specific health risks. Long-term risks are far more substantial. And because this is new and these are new chemicals, we don't have the data yet to say what those health risks are, but I can guarantee you it's a lot more than just breathing in the cool spring air. But we do know that there are risks involved, and it's just a matter of time before we figure out what those are.
I'm not concerned what will happen to my body. Like again, I said that I have essential oil vape juice, and that helps me with anxiety and like stress and stuff like that. But when I use like regular vape juice, like the 50-nec vape juice, yes, I'm concerned what happened with my body. I don't know what will happen with my body if I continue vaping in the future, but I mean, like I don't plan on it, and I've been trying to stop it, so.
I do not think anything will happen to my body when I vape. I am never concerned because I don't do it that often, so I don't think it will be bad.
I'm not afraid of what will happen to my body when I vape. I do think my body will be affected from vaping in the future.
I know stuff could definitely happen to me later on because I'm juuling right now, but I don't really think about it that much.
So what is in vapes and juuls is a great question. I think there is, once again, a lot unknown. I think a lot of chemicals, which we do not know the long-term effects of, but that's really what those things are made up of. The flavors, the appealing flavors to people, those are not natural flavors. I mean, that is artificial flavoring and scenting, and that is all done by chemicals. So to my knowledge, one Juul pod is the equivalent to the same amount of nicotine in a pack of regular cigarettes. So when people think that, vaping and juuling is a safer alternative, it's not as bad for you, it actually effectively, if you were somebody who is going through one pod a day, you are smoking a pack of cigarettes a day.
I do think that smoking cigarettes is more harmful than juuling, because I know that like a pack of pods for a Juul is, well, one pod is a whole pack of cigarettes, but cigarettes has like all this horrible like unknown stuff in it, like tar and like other disgusting stuff that like Juuls don't incorporate in what they have. What's more appealing about juuling and stuff, other than like smoking cigarettes, is that it tastes better, because I've tried smoking like cigarettes and it tastes really, really bad, and there's a lot more nicotine in like juuling and stuff, so it like makes you feel better, and that's why I do it. So yes, I feel like cigarettes are a lot more dangerous because there's a lot more harmful chemicals, like rat poisoning is in some cigarettes, and like harmful chemicals that I do not want in my body. But vaping still puts chemicals into your body, but not like some of those harmful chemicals like rat poisoning.
I think smoking cigarettes is more dangerous than vaping because it is putting nicotine and tobacco straight into your lungs. The vapes are more appealing because they look cooler and they don't look as harmful.
I feel the technology aspect is more appealing in vapes than cigarettes.
It's just plain, I don't know. It was just the random one I played.
I absolutely believe that young people and adults alike are using vapes and Juuls and becoming addicted to it, and they don't even realize it. I know when I have polled students, I have said, not necessarily you, but think about anybody that you know who does vape or Juul. Do you think that they are hooked? And I'd say 9 times out of 10 that the people's response is yes, and that it would be very difficult for them to stop. They can't just stop.
I would not consider myself addicted to vaping because I know I can stop whenever I feel like it. I do think I will stop vaping in the future.
When I first got it, I would say I was addicted, and then I stopped for a little bit, and now I'm starting back up again. Like a couple months ago, I tried to quit, and it didn't work out. Most likely I'll probably try and quit again, but like it probably won't work out again.
I do not consider myself addicted to vaping or juuling. I would try to quit vaping because it's bad for you, but I don't do it all that often, so.
Yes, I thought of it, and I've been trying to cut back on vaping. So it's going pretty good, so I'll probably soon stop vaping.
So, do I feel like teens are becoming more addicted to juuling without them knowing? 100% yes. We know that with medical certainty that, and that's the nature of addiction, is it isn't typically recognized by those who are addicted until they see it kind of from an outside perspective, because addiction is subtle in those people that do get addicted to nicotine through vaping and through Juuls. I've seen it in my own clinical practice where people are changing their behaviors and the way that they interact with their friends and family and how they're succeeding in school and otherwise. It is affecting them adversely. So the standard for what's normal is kind of pushed, and there's a lot of rationalization. That's what addiction is. It's the slow path down, and all it takes is people having some self-awareness and recognizing that you have to ask yourself, is this affecting my life in a meaningful way? Is it causing me to change my behaviors when I would be doing things otherwise differently? The answer to any of those questions is yes, it is affecting me. Then at that point, you are addicted on some level, and you have to recognize that and just admit it to yourself. And that's the start of, that's when you can start to take it seriously.